Have you ever woken up with a quiet tug inside you, an instinctive pull that says, "Today, the outside world isn't where I'm meant to be"? Not because you're sad, not because you're lazy, but because some deeper layer of your spirit whispers, "Remain still. Something sacred is unfolding." Most people would call that antisocial. They might say you're isolating, wasting time, or missing out on life. But what if the opposite is true? What if that resistance is not weakness, but a signal from your higher self, guiding you away from distractions and toward transformation? The world glorifies noise, hustle, and busyness. It tells us value comes from constant doing, constant proving. Yet, chosen souls often feel drained by that race. What energizes a crowd empties you. And that is not failure, it is a clue. Today, we'll uncover 6 spiritual truths about why chosen ones thrive in silence, and why solitude isn't a prison for you, it's a portal. Truth 1, you are not hiding, you are healing. The world assumes your withdrawal is fear, but your soul knows the real reason. You are awakening. You see, the outer world moves frantically. Fast talk, shallow chatter, endless tasks disguised as purpose. But none of it feeds you. It drains you, because your spirit is wired for depth, not noise. Every time you step away from the chaos, you are not avoiding life. You are realigning. Home becomes more than walls and furniture. It becomes a sanctuary where your heart exhales, where your soul cleanses itself from the static of society. When others chase applause, you seek authenticity. When they compete for visibility, you pursue clarity. This is why you sometimes feel like you don't belong out there, because your energy was never meant to survive in chaos. It was meant to thrive in peace. Pay attention to those small sacred moments. The sudden chill down your spine when you're alone, the intuitive flash that appears out of nowhere, the dream that feels like a message rather than fantasy. These are not coincidences. They are breadcrumbs from your higher self, guiding you toward your divine purpose. While the world thinks you are pausing, you are actually charging. Your stillness sharpens your perception. Your silence strengthens your spiritual senses. And every quiet day spent alone is like a seed planted in sacred soil, invisible now, but destined to bloom. The world may call it hiding, but you are not hiding. You are healing. And when the time comes to step forward again, you won't return as the same person who left. You'll return reborn, refined, and radiant. Truth 2, your energy is sacred, and you feel everything. Have you noticed how heavy, crowded places feel to you? How you can walk into a room and instantly sense the emotional temperature, even when no one speaks? That is not overthinking. That is not fragility. That is spiritual sensitivity. Most people only see surfaces, smiles, voices, walls, lights. But you sense the energy behind a mask, the unspoken tension, the hidden jealousy, the spiritual static floating between words. Your spirit reacts even when your mind can't explain why. The sacred sensitivity is both a gift and a burden, because feeling everything means you also absorb everything if you're not careful. It's like walking through a storm without an umbrella. Every emotion, every vibration clings to you. And if you don't protect your space, you can drown in energy that isn't even yours. This is why solitude is not optional for you. It is your shield. Staying home isn't just comfort. It's how you guard your frequency from being hijacked by chaos, ego, and emotional pollution. While others mock your quietness, they cannot see how much strength it takes just to remain whole in a world full of noise. Your spirit was never designed to be available to everyone, everywhere, all the time. What is divine must be protected. And you, chosen one, carry something divine. So without realizing it, your soul begins pulling you away from people who lie with their energy, from places buzzing with competition instead of connection, from conversations that bury truth under performance. And here's the mystery. Your sensitivity is not just protecting you, it is preparing you. Because those who feel deeply are the ones chosen to translate what others cannot see. You are not here to survive the noise. You are here to transform it. But before you can do that, you must master your own energy. And that mastery begins when the world goes silent, in the safe, sacred space of solitude. Because soon, you won't just be shielding your light. You will be sharing it, powerfully, purposefully, fearlessly, the rhythm of destiny. The world is always sprinting. It races like a machine that never stops, measuring success by speed, chasing milestones like they're oxygen. Everywhere you turn, someone is saying, move faster, work harder, don't fall behind. But your soul does not move to that rhythm. And that is not failure, it is wisdom. Truth 3, you move in divine timing, not worldly time. Most people measure life by clocks. They panic over deadlines, compare their progress, and think missing a moment means missing their destiny. But chosen souls know something deeper. True destiny never rushes. It arrives in alignment, not in haste. You're not lazy. You're not slow. You are precise. You wait for that invisible inner signal. The sacred yes that doesn't come from the world's approval, but from your spirit's knowing. This is why staying home feels so natural to you. Because at home, you're not pulled by everyone else's urgency. You are not pressured to perform or pretend. You are free to move at the pace of purpose, not pressure. And here's the paradox. The world might see nothing happening in your stillness, but spiritually, everything is being rearranged. While others sprint in frantic circles, you rise in spirals, returning inward, each time climbing higher. Your patience is not stagnation. It's preparation. Divine timing often looks like delay, but it's really design. Think about it. The destination meant for your soul can't be stolen or given to anyone else. So why rush? Why chase shadows when your light will arrive exactly on schedule? This is why your soul resists the world's tempo. Because it knows that forced timing leads to forced outcomes. Rushed decisions, missed signs, lost alignment. Instead, you move slowly enough to hear your inner instructions, to feel the subtle rhythm of your destiny pulsing beneath the silence. Others may think you're falling behind, but you know the truth. You're not late. You're right on divine time. And here's the secret hidden inside the stillness. It isn't just peace. It's a portal. Something sacred is forming inside the silence you've been protecting. An idea, a calling, a shift meant only for you. But to receive it, you must honor this timing, because destiny is never delivered to those who rush, only to those who are ready. Truth 4, you're not lonely. You're connected on a higher level. People often glance at your quiet life and say, don't you get lonely? But they don't understand. Solitude is not your emptiness. It's your elevation. Most people run from silence because silence reveals truth, and truth terrifies the unprepared. So they stay surrounded, stay distracted, stay loud. But not you. You welcome the stillness like an old friend. You sit in slow mornings and let your thoughts breathe. You heal through gentle music that carries peace. You pray without rushing for answers, just soaking in the presence that fills a room. You can spend hours with only a candle's glow and feel completely full. This is not isolation. This is intimacy with the divine. Yes, some nights get heavy. Yes, there are moments the quiet aches like a bruise on your heart. But even in that ache, you are not empty, you are expanding. Because real connection doesn't always look like people. Sometimes it looks like a page filled with raw journal entries, a soft voice of spirit whispering in the silence, a sacred moment of tears that no one else will ever see. Your solitude is a womb, not a void. It's where visions are conceived, where your soul rewires itself, where your purpose grows unseen. Think of the ancient prophets and seers. They weren't found in crowds. They were found in caves, deserts, mountaintops, hidden from noise so they could hear heaven clearly. And you're walking the same path. The outer world may see you as disconnected, but you are actually becoming finely tuned. You no longer crave the validation of being seen. You crave the vibration of being aligned. In these quiet moments, something incredible happens. Your spirit becomes louder than your fears. Your clarity shines brighter than your doubts. Your faith roots deeper than your loneliness. That stillness people fear, it is actually your armor. The solitude protecting you now is the same force that will make you spiritually unshakable later. Because what's around you in the silence is not absence, it is presence. And the longer you sit in that sacred stillness, the more you realize You were never alone. You were simply being surrounded by something greater than you've ever known. The sacred space and the silent rising. Truth 5. Your home is your altar. To most people, home is just where they rest. But for chosen souls like you, home is not just where you live. It's where your spirit lives. Every corner of your space carries energy. Every object hums with quiet meaning. That candle you light during prayer isn't just decoration. It's a signal to the unseen, I'm listening now. That old book you return to when the world feels heavy, it's more than words on pages. It's a map back to your essence. That blanket you wrap around your shoulders on weary nights, it's more than warmth. It's a spiritual covering, reminding your soul that it's safe to breathe here. While the outside world demands that you perform, your home gives you permission to simply be. Inside your sanctuary, you don't have to wear masks. You don't have to translate your soul into a language others accept. You don't have to prove your worth. You just remember it. Slowly, something mystical begins to happen. Your home shifts from being just a place to becoming a portal. Here, divine conversations unfold in silence. Here, future versions of yourself are quietly being born. Here, you're not shrinking to fit in. You are expanding to fill the sacred space that was always meant for you. And the energy responds. The more you pour reverence into your home, the more it gives back. You start noticing sudden clarity, intuitive downloads, waves of emotion that cleanse your spirit, and dreams so vivid they feel like prophecy. This is not imagination. It's confirmation. Because what makes your home holy isn't its size or beauty. It's the frequency you've nurtured inside it. You could live in one small room with bare walls and still host the presence of eternity. You are not hiding from the world. Inside your home, you are preparing to transform it. Truth 6. They won't understand, and that's okay. People will watch your quiet ways and think they know you. They'll say things like, you're too young to be this withdrawn. You should get out more. You're missing the best years of your life. But they don't realize they are speaking from a level you no longer live on. They don't understand your silence because they've never sat in theirs. They don't understand your solitude because they fear what they might hear in their own. They don't understand your stillness because they've mistaken noise for meaning their whole lives. And that's okay. You are not here to be understood. You are here to be aligned. Your path was never meant to be loud or crowded. It was meant to be narrow and sacred. You're not following the world's rhythm. You are following your divine frequency. Yes, they may label you too quiet, too intense, too deep. But you know what you truly are. Too aware to keep pretending. You felt the hollowness of fitting in. You've tasted the bitterness of dimming your soul to match the room. And you've chosen something higher, truth over approval. So stop explaining yourself. Stop shrinking so others feel comfortable. Stop apologizing for guarding your peace. Because not being understood is not failure. It's confirmation. It means you're no longer walking in circles. You're rising. And the higher you rise, the fewer can breathe where you're going. So let them misunderstand. Let them project. Let them talk. You were never meant to be explained. You were meant to be experienced. And the ones meant to walk with you will recognize your frequency. They won't ask you to change it. They will rise to meet it. The final revelation. You were never hiding. You were becoming. Chosen one, listen closely. That strange pull to stay home. That craving for silence no one else understood. That need to protect your time, your space, your soul. It was not avoidance. It was ordination. You were being separated for sacred use. Marked by heaven for a mission that requires clarity, not clutter. And now something is stirring inside you. A holy urgency, a quiet fire, a deep voice whispering. You are almost ready. Your stillness has become strength. Your silence has become power. And your home has become a gateway, a threshold between the seen and unseen, where divine light sharpens in the dark. And you remember who you are before the world told you who to be. So when they ask, why you stay home so much? Smile gently and say, because that's where I hear God the clearest. Because you are not hiding, you are preparing. And when you emerge, You will not return as the same. You will return anointed, focused, unstoppable. Guard your peace like your life depends on it, because spiritually it does. You are chosen. You are sealed. You are rising. And soon, the world will see why. The hidden fire within. Truth 7. Your breakthrough requires isolation first. Before anything magnificent emerges, it almost always begins in obscurity. Seeds break open underground before they bloom. Stars ignite in silent darkness before they shine. And chosen souls, they transform in hidden seasons before the world ever sees them. You might think you are falling behind. You might feel forgotten, unseen, invisible. But understand this. Your isolation is not your ending. It is your incubation. Right now, while nobody's watching, your soul is quietly gathering power. Every quiet morning you spend in reflection. Every night you fall asleep, whispering prayers only heaven hears. Every day you walk alone, while others gather in crowds. You are not being delayed. You are being developed. Because great callings cannot be built on shallow foundations. They require stillness. They require hiddenness. They require you to walk away from noise long enough to actually hear your true assignment. Most people only see the arrival, the moment someone steps into their purpose glowing with power. They don't see the unseen years of solitude where roots were growing in secret. And that's exactly what is happening inside you. So when it feels like your life is on pause, remind yourself this is not a pause, it's the prelude, like a bow pulling back an arrow. The silence is tension, and that tension is power. You are being pulled back only so you can be launched farther than you imagined. Trust this quiet season. It is not evidence of failure. It is evidence of destiny building strength in secret. Truth 8. You carry light meant to awaken others. There's a reason the world feels too loud for you. It's because you are not made to blend into it. You were made to bring light to it. Chosen ones carry something the world desperately needs but rarely understands. Spiritual clarity. When others chase status, you seek truth. When they fight for attention, you quietly protect your peace. And that difference confuses them. But it's the very thing that makes you powerful. Because your presence is more than your personality. It's a frequency, a sacred vibration that brings calm where there was chaos, hope where there was despair, and light where there was confusion. This is why some people are drawn to you, but also unsettled by you. They sense something in you that exposes what they buried in themselves. Not because you judge them, but because your light silently reveals the shadows they try to ignore. And this is why you must guard your spirit so fiercely. Because your energy is not casual. It is consecrated. It was never meant to be scattered on people and places that can't hold it. It was meant to be delivered at the right moment, to the right souls, in the right way. Right now, your soul is being trained to hold more light without dimming, to walk into dark places without becoming dark yourself, to speak words that awaken, not just impress. Because one day, without warning, someone will step into your presence and feel something shift inside them, and they won't know why, but you will, because you'll remember this moment, this quiet season, this hidden refining, and you'll know, this is what I was being prepared for, rising into your calling. Truth 9, your spirit outgrows what your mind once settled for. There comes a point on the chosen path when things you used to tolerate suddenly feel impossible to stay around. It's not because you become arrogant or cold. It's because your soul has expanded. The friendships that once felt comforting now feel draining. The conversations you once found exciting now sound hollow. The goals that once seemed huge now seem small, shallow, or meaningless. And it can be confusing, because you might look at your life and think, nothing is wrong, so why does none of this feel right anymore? Here's why. Your spirit has grown beyond the spaces that once held you. What once matched your frequency no longer does. You've tasted something deeper. And once your soul touches depth, surface level life can no longer satisfy it. This is why you sometimes feel restless in places where you once felt safe. It's not that something broke. It's that you outgrew the shell. Like a snake shedding its old skin. Like a butterfly leaving the cocoon. You are not abandoning your old world. You are simply no longer shaped to fit inside it. And yes, this stage can be lonely, because you can't go back. And yet, you're not fully in the new yet either. But understand this. The discomfort you feel right now is not failure. It is birth. Your spirit is stretching to make room for the version of you that was always waiting to emerge. So let the old fall away. Stop forcing yourself to fit where you've already outgrown. Because you're not losing stability. You're gaining authenticity. Truth 10, you were separated so you could stand unshaken. The higher your calling, the deeper your preparation must be. And preparation requires separation. This is why you were pulled away from certain people. This is why the doors you thought would open stayed locked. This is why opportunities you were sure were meant for you suddenly crumbled. Not because you weren't ready for them, but because they weren't worthy of you. Your destiny could not be built on unstable ground. And many of the places you tried to belong were quietly built on fear, ego, and illusion. So life removed you. It hurt. It confused you. But it also protected you. Because chosen ones cannot anchor their mission in environments that would dilute their power. You had to be pulled apart so you could be pieced back together. By purpose, not pressure. While others gathered applause, you were gathering strength. While they built platforms, you were building foundations. So when your time comes, and it will come, you won't crumble under the weight of your assignment. You'll stand steady, rooted, anchored, unshaken. You weren't being rejected. You were being reserved. Held back not because you were unworthy, but because you are too sacred to be wasted. Take a deep breath. Let it settle. Because if you've listened this far, it's not by accident. It's not random. It's not coincidence. Something in your spirit knew it needed this message. And that voice inside you was right. You are not lost. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are becoming. This quiet path you're walking, this season of stillness, solitude, and separation. It might feel like nothing is happening, but in truth, everything is. In ways too sacred for the world to see yet. Your soul is being rewoven. Your spirit is being recharged. Your identity is being reforged in silence. And when you rise, because you will rise, the world won't recognize you. They'll see your glow and call it sudden. They'll see your strength and call it luck. But you'll know the truth. It wasn't sudden. It wasn't luck. It was divine preparation. So as this video comes to an end, remind yourself, this is not the end of your story. This is just the end of the chapter, where you were hidden, and the beginning of the chapter, where you will be revealed. Hold your silence like a sword. Guard your peace like sacred fire. Protect your spirit like your life depends on it. Because spiritually it does. You are chosen. You are sealed. You are rising. And when your light fully emerges, you will not need to announce it, because it will speak for itself. It will radiate from your presence, echo from your words, and ripple through the lives you touch, without you ever needing to explain who you are. So if this message resonated deep within you, if it awakens something that has been quietly waiting inside you, I want you to take one small but powerful action right now. Comment below, I am chosen. I am rising. Let it be a declaration. Let it be a mark on this moment, so that when you look back one day, you'll see the exact place where your awakening began. And if this message spoke to your spirit, don't let it fade when the video ends. Carry it with you. Revisit it when the world feels too loud. Share it with someone whose light is dimming, so they remember who they are too. Before you go, I invite you to become part of this journey beyond just this moment. Click the like button if this spoke to your soul, not just to support the channel, but to anchor this message deeper inside yourself. Subscribe if you haven't yet, so you can walk alongside others who are also awakening, also rising, also reclaiming the truth of who they really are. And remember this always, you don't need the world to understand you. You only need to stay aligned with the one who created you. You were never meant to blend in. You were born to stand apart. You were born to carry light where others only see darkness. This isn't the end. This is the beginning of your becoming. So rise, chosen soul. Rise quietly. Rise fiercely. Rise fully. The world is about to see what heaven has always known about you. And when it does, everything will change.